See, told you we had sponsors.
And now back to
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Back.
We are back.
Oh, God.
Patton Oswalt hanging with us, and we couldn't be happier. And right now, we got a legend walking through the studio.
That was Travis.
Walking
Disappointing.
into the studio. Yeah. The great Jake. You want to say it, Jimmy? Like
Jake LaMotta.
LaMotta.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. And his wife with him, I'm sure.
He's going to be very old.
Why is it going to be a minute? What happened?
He has to wait for his wife to come back.
There we go.
Never mind.
There we go.
Hey,
Oh,
Jake LaMotta.
Champ.
Fear the champ is here.
No fear the champ is here. Take a seat, Jake.
champ.
Take a seat, Jake.
Jake LaMotta. Taking a seat.
Yes.
All right, sir.
There you go. What's up, Jake?
Wheel up. Man. A legend.
Legend my ass.
Oh, legend my ass.
I like that.
I can't sit down.
No, huh?
Do you want him to help you out? Why don't you
Yeah.
help me out, Travis, and stop?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Drop in. You're good. You're not going to fall back.
Okay. There you go.
Is that
Right
good?
Are you good? What do you need?
Close.
Yeah, pushing closer.
Do you need the chair
What's the matter
lowered?
with you, Travis?
Okay.
Does that work? That's good. Well, Jake LaMotta.
Hold this so we can push back.
Wow, what a first of all, your career.
Have no fear, the champ is here.
Have no fear, the champ
Love
is
it.
here.
That's
What do you want to know? Just ask me.
Why did you fight Sugar Ray Robinson 3 weeks
I fought
apart?
Sugar Ray Robinson so many times. You wonder I don't have diabetes.
There it is.
Sugar.
see, sugar.
Yeah. How come you guys
You said
fought
that would happen.
3 weeks apart? Why so
Yes.
close together, the fights?
Well, it was obvious at that time it wasn't that big a deal. Today, you make a big deal out of it. But we fought 3 weeks apart. I remember that fight.
3 weeks.
I fought Sugar Ray so many times, it's one that I don't have diabetes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you
Okay.
do you think fighters today are softer because they don't fight as often
They don't fight as often.
as you guys did, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel that you're in shape already, so why not take advantage of it?
Yeah.
I fought Sugar Ray 3 weeks. 3 weeks fought him again.
When you
The greatest fighter, pound for pound, that ever lived, Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean it. He was a great fighter.
and you took great pride in the fact that he never knocked you down.
Only my wives. Only my wives knocked me down.
And there was the one time you went down at the very end, first time in over 100 fights.
I never went down.
No?
No.
What about
Got it all
boy.
wrong.
Oh, Jimmy.
wait? How about Danny Nardico?
That was a slip.
Oh, was it a slip? Okay, okay.
Nadico was a bum.
No, it was a
No, he was a good fighter.
Oh, okay.
Good knockout artist.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I fought all the tough guys. All the guys nobody else wanted to fight. I fought them.
who was the hardest hitter?
My wives. I fought them so many times. But there was 6 wives.
Six wives.
All right,
Yeah.
you're crazy.
My first wife died from eating mushrooms.
Oh, yeah?
My second wife died from eating mushrooms also. My third wife died from a fractured skull. She refused to eat the mushrooms. I hope all this is going on the air. Is it going on the air?
Oh yeah, this is going out. Fuck him up, fight him.
I watch my language.
Oh, no, you can
don't
curse,
have
it's
to.
okay.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want on here.
How accurate was Raging Bull? I mean, I know that it was your friend Pete, not your brother. How-
Where's Denise? She should be in here.
She's right here.
She's right there.
Oh, that means left her out.
Oh, no.
She hits me with her right hand, left hand. She'll knock you out.
She's lovely. Yeah, she's a. Now, do you need a woman who can kind of, Are you difficult?
Excellent.
Is he? We have to get a mic on her.
Yeah, let's mic up.
Anybody know?
Yeah, there's got to be somebody in here in the
Yeah,
studio.
it's amazing. Where's
that
everybody?
can-
What are they doing
Do you
outside?
want to
Ran
sit
away.
here and use this mic?
Oh, Patton.
Oh, come on again.
Look at
From
you.
the South.
Giving up your seat for a lady.
For a lady.
Besides, I told him I'd give him a couple of coughs.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There you
just
go.
Get Pat in the microphone. There she is.
Okay.
I could bounce off her easy.
What's that?
She's nice to bounce off of.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
nice to bounce off of.
Oh, wow.
All right, Jake. Good for you. How did you two meet?
We met at PJ Clark's about 20 years ago.
Oh, here in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, and did Jake approach you, or did you approach him?
Well, he kept beckoning me over to him. I don't know if you've been to PJ Clark's. And
Yeah.
I said
Yeah,
to
sure.
my friend Patty, the bartender, who is that old man who keeps beckoning me over to him? He said, that's Jake LaMotta. I said, who's Jake LaMotta? So after about 8 times, I went over and we shook hands, and he was a nice fella. He made me laugh. I went home. I was traveling. I went back to Arizona, and then anyway, we became friends. And about a year later, I moved back here, and we've been together pretty much ever since.
Now, when you watch Raging Bull, does it concern you that this is the guy? Because it was probably a different Jake now than then, but it's
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
right.
So he's very much more calm now. But, he was deaf for most of his life, and I think a lot of his anger came out of not understanding what people were saying.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He
Oh,
still
wow.
is. He wears a hearing aid. He has 70% loss in his right ear, and he has about 70% use of his left ear.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I didn't. They didn't say that in the.
Nobody really knows that, except his family.
And now, Jake, are you doing?
A few more people now.
Yeah.
Jake, are you doing? Are you doing stand-up shows, or what kind of live shows are you doing?
I do regular comedy. I don't know what you call it. It's regular comedy.
Just going out and doing a regular act.
Yeah.
When you
I got put Sugar Ray so many times. It's the one that I don't have diabetes.
sugar. Now, when did you start doing a nightclub act?
About 10 years ago. I think about 10 years ago.
I don't know, honey. I think, Bobby played you starting your stand-up act, but he told me that it was when he was doing it badly. He has great timing. We do a little cabaret act. He shadow boxes. He does stand-up, and we do a dance.
My wife never knew I was an alcoholic till one night I came home sober. I'll tell you one thing I found out while drinking. You're never drunk if you can lay on the floor without holding on. I drink whiskey from a bottle or from an old tomato can because I know whiskey will never kill you, but an old tomato can. They let the late action. You know what it means to come home to a beautiful, lovely, gorgeous lady who gives you a lot of love, affection, tenderness. It means you're in the wrong goddamn apartment. See, things like that.
Oh yeah,
see
Things like that. That's good.
It's
Good stuff.
what time's your wife get home? Remember that?
You know what it means to come home to a beautiful, lovely, gorgeous lady who gives you a lot of love, affection, tenderness. Means you're in the wrong damn apartment.
That's cool. Still in the wrong apartment. Fair enough. She hasn't gotten any better. All right.
I was afraid I thought I said that joke.
No.
No, not at all. That's all right. Whatever.
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, please. I forget quickly anyway. We're just happy you're here. So, what do you do with yourself now? I mean, obviously you're out and about. You're promoting. I mean, what is a typical Jake LaMotta day at age 92?
91.
91.
91.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get a line there. At age 91.
You gotta ask the boss.
What does he do?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's he do on a daily basis?
Oh, on a typical day, he wakes up, goes to the store, buys the papers, shadow boxes a little bit, reads the paper, eats a little breakfast. And
Do you still watch boxing at all? Do you still watch it, or do you lose interest?
Oh, I watch it occasionally.
How about UFC, mixed martial arts? Do you like that or no?
I seen it once, I think.
You liked it or no?
Yeah, I like it.
Who do you like in boxing?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Oh, good. Anybody that's have you fought him, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
fought him so many times. It's the one that don't have diabetes.
Oh my God, that's a great line.
Oh, Jake.
so we do want to tell you that we're
Yes,
appearing at the
please.
Metropolitan Room on Friday,
Nice.
September 13th. Friday the 13th. 7 p.m. It's a return engagement, so please come and tell all your friends. And then on Sunday, September 15th, Jake will be appearing at the Orchard Beach Classic Car Show in the Bronx. He's going back to his native
Right.
Bronx, so everybody can come out and see him there.
Signing things and just kind of, is he doing anything at the car show?
He's signing.
Oh, he is signing.
autographs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, having pictures taken.
Yeah, I have a photo with Jake. I got to get signed. I mean, a chance to get Jake LaMotta to sign something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty special.
Yeah, yeah.
Really
And he
is.
has a documentary coming out. That's our documentarian right there.
Whoa.
taking, filming, and also
It's
a
got
new
good stuff
movie
today.
called Bronx Bull by an
Nice.
independent company.
Right, Bronx Bull was kind of the sequel to Raging Bull,
No, it
or
has
no?
nothing to do with
Oh,
Raging
doesn't it?
Bull.
Jimmy.
I just thought I was
Jimmy.
no, I didn't think so, but the dumb listeners did. So I speak from these dummies' point of view, so their voice is being heard. I
Right,
told you,
right.
blithering idiots, this twice. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Sometimes I put my.
Independent film, and it starts when Jake is 15 and comes all the way up to meeting me.
Wow. So when you met Jake and this guy is waving you over,
Yeah.
do you have to kind of go back and
So funny. It was 1992, and he was wearing a baby blue leisure suit, from the 70s. And he was beckoning me over, and I just didn't know who he was. And finally, I went over and said hello. And Praz was there, his friend, who was dressed to the nines. And all of us weren't feeling any pain. So we had a, laugh. And then, like I said, I went home to Arizona, which is where I was from at that point. And I still have property there. And about a year later, well, things happen in life, and I moved back here.
Nice.
do you and Jake? It's you've I think testified that you had thrown a fight, and is that one of those things that you look back on and you regret? Do you have feelings about that? The fight that the mob kind of got you to throw.
Yes, I guess I did, but there's nothing I could do about it. I had to play ball for one fight.
Because you wanted the Marcel Sedan fight.
Yeah, before I fought Marcel Sedan. And he was a great fighter from Europe. And it happened that I met him.
Well, Jake, tell us about Laurent Dautuil. Tell us about that fight.
I fought Laurent Dautuil with 23 seconds left of the 15th round. I could not win the fight. But I knocked him down. They counted 10. There was 23 seconds left of the fight. I was very, very lucky to retain my title.
Ring Magazine called that the toughest come-from-behind fight of all time.
Well, it was amazing to watch I was watching footage of the Robinson fights, and it's interesting to me. Like, what was it about you that you just wouldn't go down? Is it because you stayed so close, or it was amazing how you wouldn't fall?
That was my style. I got less punches by being aggressive. I got less punches. The other guy was so anxious, so ready to protect themselves that they wouldn't fight back. And it was a very good idea to keep it close and keep on throwing punches and never back it up. I don't know how to back up.
He still doesn't know how to back up today. He doesn't know how to back up. He really doesn't. So that style in the ring is actually who he is.
Yeah, that was the great stuff to watch. Was this inability? And did you like fighting more as a middleweight, or you went up to light heavyweight at one point, or no?
I fought was light heavyweights. The little guys didn't want to fight me.
Oh, they wouldn't fight you.
So I fought the big guys, all big light heavyweights, all bigger than me. And they wanted me to back up, and I don't know how. So I absorbed all the punches that they threw at me. I smothered the punches so they didn't get the full power up behind it.
Yeah, they said you would kind of go with a punch, right? You would kind of take it and move with it.
I had a knack for riding with a punch. Because most of the guys I fought, I wouldn't be around here talking to you if I didn't learn something about protecting myself.
Right, so you were maybe a better defensive boxer than people gave you credit for.
That's right. You're pretty smart.
Whoa,
Thank
Jimmy.
you. You're the first person to ever say that.
Great aggressiveness is the best defense. They don't know that. They don't understand that. But by being aggressive, I avoided getting less punches that way.
Now, the injuries you took back then, I mean, were there any injuries you took that you thought might end your career at any point?
No, not that I could think of. All the time I was fighting, I was thinking of being the best of my ability.
When you first started fighting in 1941, what was the money like?
41.
That was 1941, yeah. What was the money like in the 40s?
Not so big.
It wasn't big, right? Like, what was a typical, like early in the early fights, what was a typical purse?
$50.
And a watch.
$50 and a watch. And do you get jealous when you see guys now fighting these fights and making $10 million?
More power to them.
More power to them?
Well, the more they can make, the better I like it. Because I know how tough it is in the beginning trying to get there. It's not that easy. It's very tough to get started. So I had to develop a reputation and a name that nobody could knock me down.
No one can knock you down. That kind of became the thing that attracted people to seeing you.
Right.
Do you think that does the mob influence in boxing, which it was for a long time, do you think it's still there, or do you think a lot of that's kind of gone away?
No, it's gone.
It is gone.
I think so.
What do you think ended it?
I don't know. It wasn't worth it.
Was it the Kefauver committee? Did they have something to do with it?
That was a long time ago.
But didn't they have something to do with the decline of the mafia in the boxing
I
industry?
think they did, and I'm proud of it.
Mr. LaMotta, this is Senator Kefauver. You know, he went before the Senate subcommittee
Right.
on racketeering and boxing. So the Senator Kefauver said, Mr. LaMotta, and how can you, on $5,000 a year, afford to keep a girl at the Waldorf Astoria?
It's not easy.
She does these impersonations. It was the real people.
I know what I want to ask. Would you, the thing about not having sex before a fight, is that a myth or is that true?
I think it is true. But it never bothered me because I stayed away from it.
You stayed away from it?
It just bothered your wives.
Because I had to fight tough guys. I fought all tough guys because I didn't bother nobody. And I thought the bigger they are, the better I liked it. I went right after them. Short, they were all bigger and taller than me. And that's what happened.
Were you scared?
I don't think I was ever scared. I developed such a habit of protecting myself in a ring that I fought everybody. And I wasn't afraid of no one. I barred nobody. I fought them all.
Would the younger contenders kind of avoid you or have to be forced to fight you?
No, they weren't forced to fight me. I was forced to fight them. All guys were more experienced than I. And I barred nobody. I fought all the black men. the black men liked me because I gave them opportunities to make some money.
A lot of the fighters wouldn't fight the black fighters.
No, they wouldn't fight the black guys. So I fought all the black guys. Most of them were black. Few of them were white.
Were the white guys scared of you?
I guess so.
And the black guys needed the money and nobody else would fight them,
Right.
so they...
Nobody else would fight them. Nobody else would fight me. So we fought each other. I became friends with them.
And that was at a time where those friendships were kind of...
It was tough to make a living in those days.
It was tough. And when after fighting, you opened Jake LaMotta's place in Florida. And how long did you have that for?
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it?
I mean, you can mention it. All but I had a lot of problems.
A lot of problems, yeah.
He's not too smart anymore now, huh, Jimmy? You're not too smart now.
Well, I have to, because I'm getting into the nightclub act now. Is that when you started doing your nightclub act, when you had your own place and it would kind of bring people in to see you?
Yes.
Now, were you always a funny guy? Like,
I don't know if I was always a funny guy, but a lot of my jokes don't work so good. But
Jake, when you were young, you were mean, tough, vicious.
I was mean, tough, vicious, cruel person. Then I retired from the ring and I went into show business. Now, my greatest pleasure is making people laugh, and if you don't laugh...
he puts up his left hand.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
you get...
a good fist to the mouth. Now, do you shadow box every...
She knows the questions to ask me. Interrupt once in a while he's talking, and I answer your question. It's the same thing you're doing what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both just asking questions. And he's right, basically. If I'm yammering on about something, just interrupt and ask a question, because I'm not too sure what to ask.
Oh, okay.
Why the cowboy hat? I like the cowboy hat.
And that's developed a habit. And people seem to like it, so I I wear it.
Are you happy to be performing again and doing shows again? Did you miss that?
Well, I never left it.
You never left it.
No, every once in a while I go back.
And is it something that, like, after you left boxing, did you ever want to continue in the boxing world, or did you just want to be an entertainer?
Both.
I think you managed a boxer at one point, didn't you? You had a young boxer you managed for a little while?
I managed.
And then you got into show business?
I went into show business. Now, what else did I do?
You got married 6 times.
6 times. Who's counting?
6 times.
That's nuts.
She was lucky 7.
That's me.
She was lucky 7, and the day before we were going to get married, I developed pneumonia.
Yeah.
And it's been kept off since it was last year, I think.
It was this year. It was January 4th. We were supposed to get married. On January 3rd, we were in Arizona, and he came down with the shakes. I had to bring him to the hospital. They diagnosed him with pneumonia. January 4th, he was standing in the hallway of his room, ready for me to pick him up and take him home.
Wow.
They had already discharged him. So, but by that time, the justice of the peace had gone home, and we couldn't get married.
Are you married now, though, right? You are.
No.
Oh, you're not? You're going to be?
Eventually, one day.
First chance we get.
Well, you could probably go
we're so busy, you have to imagine, 91-year-old man, we're busy all the time.
Do you have time to do it or no?
No, we really don't. I mean, you want to do it right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I suppose so.
move around.
Wait a minute. Let me ask Jake. Now, do you really want to get married again, or did you feel it coming on and go, I got pneumonia, and just kind of blow it off?
We've been together for so long, so many years. It's a habit.
Well, he's the one that wants to get...
We're married. All we need is a piece of paper to sign.
Yeah.
And the first chance I get, I will sign it and marry her because I love her, and that's the way it is.
No, he was the one that pushed
Oh,
to get
okay.
married. Yeah.
Are you a jealous guy?
I don't think so.
He's very jealous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very. We were in
very-
Las Vegas at Leon Spinks' 60th birthday party in August last month. And we were at the Rock the Vault show at the Las Vegas Hotel. By the way, it's a terrific show.
Yeah.
And they had all the guys up there, and Leon's wife wanted to get up on the stage and dance a little bit. So she grabbed me. We went up on stage. We danced a little bit. I came down from the stage, and everybody was rocking. And he started lit into me like it was a real problem. I was up there. So he went back to his old type, from, being raised in that old tradition where I guess, the lady just doesn't do anything like that.
Did he have a belt in the face?
God forbid.
Never.
I got to ask.
Never. But it really upset me because he was verbally abusive when I said
really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and my shoe broke, and we were having a great time. So when we came out, we were going to go to the after party, and he didn't want to go. I said, we're going to the after party. And we went to the after party. We had a great time. And then he apologized later on, but you have to talk to him after the fact because during the time, it's heated. There's no reaching him. He says to me, well, just, tell me. Yeah, right. I'll tell you. Yeah. Honey, you're acting like that, and it just doesn't work like that.
Well, that same stubbornness, that same kind of is the same thing that wouldn't let you go down in the ring.
Stupidity.
I didn't want to say it like that, Jake, but you can. I felt it was better to throw it out there and see if you picked up on it. But that's the same thing that wouldn't let you fall in the ring. It was that same plow through and not stop mentality.
Right.
Probably you're right. You diagnosed that pretty good.
Oh,
yeah.
Jimmy's smart again.
Yeah.
Back to being smart.
But there's a stubbornness to not going down in the ring because there's times I saw a part of that.
Too much pride.
What's that?
Too much pride.
Too much pride. Yeah, it's the same thing. I watched that Nardico fight, and there was times where you're holding onto the ring. Nardico's beating you and hitting you hard, and it was after your slip, and you're holding onto the ring with your right hand, and you're punching with your left hand, and you're holding the ring so you don't go down. And I'm like, any other fighter would have fallen down, but you're holding the ring rope. I'd never seen anybody actually physically do that.
I don't know. Sometimes it's stupid.
He's a terrific man. He really is. He's got a huge heart. He's a very nice, gentle soul.
Yeah, and you're royalty. I mean, in boxing, the other boxers treat you like very well, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, he's the godfather of boxing at this point. There's nobody older.
Yeah, is there anybody left from that era that fought Ray Robinson and fought all these, again?
Sugar Ray Robinson is dead. God bless his soul.
You guys became friends, or you were friends?
We were friends. We were good friends, too.
Sugar Ray was his...
He had a lot of pride. He had a lot of pride. I had a lot of pride. He was looking to knock me down, and I was looking to stand up and charge him and throw as much punches as he threw at me, I threw at him. And they're all close fights. You don't fight 6 times unless they're close. And these were close fights. I say I fought Sugar Ray so many times. It's the wonder I don't have diabetes.
Well, the sugar.
I said that joke a couple of times already.
I didn't catch it. That's fine. It's a good one every time, Jake. What the hell?
But I mean, he's 91 and he wants again, this is his idea to have this cabaret act. It wasn't mine. He pushed me to do it.
Well, and when you're a fighter, and there's probably a certain amount of activity you need, and you have to always feel like you're moving forward.
Sure.
You can't just stagnate and sit there.
How do you know?
Well, I've been told by men. I wouldn't know. I've just been told
he's
by
a fighter on the radio.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's absolutely right.
You should take a punch from Jake LaMotta.
LaMotta's right. The nerve of me to talk to Jake like we're both fighters.
Exactly.
I should put on a dress and
That's
shut.
good. That's good. I like it.
You like it? All right.
No, but
good.
you guys are champs on the radio.
Oh, well.
Wow, look at
We
us.
try. Gosh.
Do you shadow box every day, or do you hit the bag every day, or?
No, I don't. I used to. Now I hit her.
No, I can't. Oh, I fucking
I would love
I
to see him
know,
shadow
I know.
box. That would be
Oh, they want to
amazing.
see you shadow
Yes, we
box. Well, come
back.
to the show.
She hits me back. I tell her don't do that.
Yeah, it's not nice. Yeah, do you?
She's a lovely, gorgeous, beautiful lady, and she has a great heart.
Yes.
God bless her. I love her.
Isn't that
Well, yeah.
sweet?
And now let's give the final plug.
Yes, please.
Where can you see? Everyone wants to see Jake LaMotta live, and in this show, this cabaret. It's when is it again?
Right. It's on Friday, September 13th at 7 p.m. at the Metropolitan Room on 34 West 22nd Street in Manhattan. And then on Sunday, the 15th, he will be at the Orchard Beach Classic Car Show in the Bronx.
So if you're around and you want to go see Jake, he's the last from that era, and if you don't know,
Along with Larry Storch will be there as well.
yeah.
God forbid, it's going to be worthwhile because I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, the cabaret show. All right.
Good.
Thank you
The
so
great
much.
Jake
Thank you
LaMotta.
to the great Jake LaMotta.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for
Thanks,
coming in.
Jake.
Happy you're here.
And thank you, dear. What a treat.
Thank
This has
you.
been a lot of fun. Thank
Wonderful.
you, sir.
All right, we're going to take a break, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. See, told you we had sponsors.
And now back to
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Back.
We are back.
Oh, God.
Patton Oswalt hanging with us, and we couldn't be happier. And right now, we got a legend walking through the studio.
That was Travis. How
Walking
disappointing.
into the studio. Yeah. The great Jake. You want to say it, Jimmy? Like
Jake LaMotta.
LaMotta.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, and his wife with him, I'm sure.
Very old.
Why is it going to be a minute? What happened?
He has to wait for his wife to come back.
There we go. Never mind. There we go.
Hey,
Oh,
Jake
champ.
LaMotta.
Champ.
Fear the champ is here.
There
Fear
you
the
go.
champ is
Take a
here. Take a
seat,
seat, Jake.
champ.
Take a seat, Jake.
Jake LaMotta. Taking a seat.
Yes.
All right, sir.
There you go. What's up, Jake?
Wheel up. Man. A legend.
Legend my ass.
Oh, legend my ass.
I like that.
I can't sit down.
No, huh?
Do you want to help you out? Why don't you
Yeah.
help me out, Travis, and stop?
Yeah, what you doing?
Drop in. You're good. You're not gonna fall back.
There you go.
Is that
Right
good?
Are you good? What do you?
Close.
Yeah, pushing closer.
Do you need the chair
What's the matter
lowered?
with you, Travis?
Okay.
Does that work? That's good. Well, Jake LaMotta.
Hold this so we can push.
Wow, what a first of all, your career.
Have no fear, the champ is here.
Have no fear, the champ
Love
is
it.
here.
That's
What do you want to know? Just ask me.
Why did you fight Sugar Ray Robinson 3 weeks
I fought
apart?
Sugar Ray Robinson so many times. You wonder I don't have diabetes.
There it is.
Sugar.
see, sugar. Yeah.
How come you guys
said
fought
that would happen.
3 weeks apart? Why so
Yes.
close together, the fights?
Well, it was obvious at that time it wasn't that big a deal. Today, they make a big deal out of it. But we fought 3 weeks apart. I remember that fight.
3 weeks.
I fought Sugar Ray so many times, it's one that I don't have diabetes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think fighters today are softer because they don't fight as often
They don't fight as often.
as you guys did, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel that you're in shape already, so why not take advantage of it?
Yeah.
I fought Sugar Ray 3 weeks. 3 weeks for him again.
When you
The greatest fighter, pound for pound, that ever lived, Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean it. He was a great fighter.
took great pride in the fact that he never knocked you down.
Only my wives. Only my wives knocked me down.
And there was the one time you went down at the very end, first time in over 100 fights.
I never went down.
No?
No.
What about,
Got it all
boy.
wrong.
Oh, Jimmy.
wait, how about Danny Nardico?
And that was a slip.
Oh, was it a slip? Okay. Okay.
Nadico was a bum.
No, it was a
No, he was a good fighter.
Oh, okay.
Good knockout out of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I fought all the tough guys. All the guys nobody else wanted to fight. I fought them.
Who was the hardest hitter?
My wives.